This week's video update, we're going to look at 2 holes on Salvation and several more holes there on Redemption. But here on Salvation number 8, we've got the storm drainage component working on the big pipe here on the fairway of 8. We're taking out one of the big storm drainage boxes that used to sit right in the middle of the fairway to clean that look up. As we discussed previously with these guys, they have to work in the water table, so all night long you probably have heard a nice little hum from their dewatering equipment. It allows them to get nice and dry like what you see there. If they were standing in water, it would be impossible to do this job. You can see here the condition of that pipe is just almost like cardboard. And then here we are physically removing that box right there that used to sit in the middle of the fairway on 8. So 8 will have a little more cleaner look now without that. That really served no purpose other than just being an extra drain for the hole. We did, however, add a drain where that was. It's just a lot smaller. Here on Salvation number 9, the rhododendron getting to work. This is the first stage of the demolition. There's no storm drainage going in. This is a very, very slow job, as many members have commented. The person running this is tilling the earth 8 inches in depth, so it has to go very slow, and the birds behind the machine love as it turns up all the grubs and worms and critters under the ground. You can see chasing Alec here. It's a good way to check to make sure the contractor's getting to work following around with a drone. The canal system here between 1 and 9 is really a staging area. I mean, and this just great shot of just what a war zone number 1 is right now, with the excavation of a bury pit to try to get rid of some additional concrete and also generate some dirt needed for features, storing materials for the bulkhead going in on number 1 Redemption right now. Easily the most unattractive hole, as was 7 Trepidation last year. Really good shot of the bulkhead right here going in. It's the first step of all the pilings, and then we put that rope on top, or the stringer on top, to get your elevation and your height right of how the bulkhead is going to go up and down like a wave. Good image here of just how far left your second shot is going to play to the water now when you're trying to attack this green. There will be no bunker in front of this green, but one behind the green. And so it's going to be a wide open target, but you're going to be challenged with the water to hit this green in regulation. Number 3 here is in the very beginning stages. Really, we're just kind of building dirt here on number 3. We've added, at this point, over 100 truckloads of fill, which is slightly over 2,000 tons of material added to build this green up. We're still working on exactly what the design of this green is going to look like. Some have talked about a punch bowl, and we've also talked about what is called a birthday cake green, but this green is going to be one of the biggest changes we make elevation wise throughout the whole project. One thing we're for sure used to seeing in Addison Reserve is some directional drilling. With the Comcast, and the gas lines were all drilled, and now some of the irrigation pipe for the common areas were drilled here recently. But this is our directional drilling team here coming in for our irrigation service. Here's Live-Old Irrigation. This is continuing the installation of the main line there on number 7 and getting our valves and getting ready for our laterals to go in. This is very exciting because as this is unfolding, this means that grassing is coming quicker and quicker. Common sight of dragon pipe, getting it ready, getting it in place after being fused. Here you see on 8 Redemption the finished product of the bulkhead that we added here on this hole. I mean, what just a dramatic feature these things really are, and how much they change the golf hole. I think you're going to get a really good feeling when you step up to this hole and walk away with a par. This is going to be a very difficult par 3, and especially one that's ending on your round here. Here we are going over some of the changes for 8 with Steve Crotty. Hello, Steve. Get back in the dozer. And then here on Redemption 9, this is kind of the lagging hole. I don't want to be negative, but it's like a start and stop, start and stop. Currently, as of April 18th, we were installing the main line crossing from the putting green to number 9. So we're going to have the main line in place. Hopefully next week we get the connection completed, and then we're on to the races with water. Here we're looking at tranquil waterscapes and the waterfall feature. It's actually a lot further than it is in this video now, and then the whole backdrop here is nearly completed without the pool and the liner that need to go in there. But these guys are really answering the bell and stepping up to the plate and moving quickly. It's going to be a dramatic feature that's going to really enhance your experience as you finish your round and as you're enjoying the clubhouse looking across at number 9 Redemption.